Hello, students. Today we are going to study the 11th chapter of Aristotle's Poetics. Let us start. Reversal of the situation is a change by which the action veers round to its opposite, subject always to our rule of probability or necessity. So, reversal of situation, as Aristotle already mentioned, it is called peripeteia. So, peripeteia turns the situation into the opposite direction, from prosperity to adversity or from adversity to prosperity, but it is subject always to the rule of probability or necessity. So, behind this reversal of situation, there must be some cause, some rationale, some logic. The reversal of situations shouldn't take place all at once, suddenly. Thus, in the Oedipus, the messenger comes to cheer Oedipus and free him from his alarms about his mother, but by revealing who he is, he produces the opposite effect. All of you have already studied the tragedy Oedipus Rex by Sophocles, and you remember in that tragedy, the messenger comes from Corinth and he has brought the message that Merope and Polybus are dead. So he has brought the message that uh, the doubts of Oedipus, the fears of Oedipus, they were baseless because Merope and Polybus were not his real parents. Now, this revelation of the truth creates the opposite effect. Instead of being happy, being pleased at this revelation, Oedipus suddenly recognizes himself and tragedy takes place. Again, in the Lynceus is being led away to his death, and Danos goes with him, meaning to slay him. Out The outcome of the preceding incidents is that Danos is killed and Lynceus saved. This is no doubt, this is but. So here Aristotle gives example of another play, Lynceus. So in that play, Lynceus is to be slaughtered, is to be killed by Danos. But the situations take the other turn. Lynceus is saved and Danos is killed. So the person who was going to die, that person is saved, and the person who was going to kill Lynceus, he is dead. So the situation takes the opposite turn. As in Oedipus, in the same way, in this play Lynceus, the situation takes the opposite turn. Recognition, as the name indicates, is a change from ignorance to knowledge, producing love or hate between the persons destined by the poet for good or bad fortune. So, recognition, and its Greek term was anagnosis. So, it is introduced in the drama to produce a change from good fortune to bad, or from bad fortune to good, from prosperity to adversity, or from adversity to prosperity. So, recognition, when the revelation takes place, when the characters of the tragedy recognize the truth may sometimes be pleasant and on other times it may be bitter. So if the truth is pleasant, the characters of the tragedy, they are happy. On the other hand, if the truth is bitter, they become unhappy. So the turn of situation, the fortune goes from prosperity to adversity, or from adversity to prosperity. The best form of recognition is coincident with a reversal of situation, as in the Oedipus. So, when peripecia and anagnorisis take place simultaneously, when they are coincident, means when they take place at the same time simultaneously, then the best effect is produced. There are indeed other forms. So, some other forms of recognition are also there. Even inanimate things of the most trivial kind may, in a sense, be objects of recognition. So, sometimes, as you must have seen in movies, there is some locket, or there is some photograph, there is some bangle, some token. So, all these objects become the cause of recognition. Inanimate things like locket or bangle or token, they become causes of recognition. Again, we may recognize or discover whether a person has done a thing or not. And in, as you have seen in the movies, the sometimes the protagonist is charged of a criminal offense while he is innocent, but later on the truth is revealed. So it happens in dramas also, that later on the truth is revealed whether the protagonist has committed some crime or not. But the recognition which is most intimately connected with the plot and action is, as we have said, the recognition of the persons. So, this type of recognition is not recommended by Aristotle. When the recognition is on the basis of some trivial objects, some inanimate objects, so this recognition is not recommended by Aristotle. He says that recognition of persons is the best one, which is liked by him. In the plot, there must be recognition of persons, not through the medium of some inanimate objects. This recognition combined with reversal will produce either pity or fear, and actions producing these effects are those which by our definition tragedy represents. So recognition combined with reversal. Now peripecia and anagnorisis, when they are combined, when they take place simultaneously, they will produce these feelings of pity and fear. As Aristotle mentioned that it is the function of tragedy. When he was defining tragedy, he told us that it is the function of tragedy to produce these two feelings of pity and fear. Moreover, it is upon such situations that the issues of good or bad fortune will depend. So, this recognition and reversal, they will produce good or bad fortune. They will turn the situations from prosperity to adversity, or from adversity to prosperity. Recognition then being between persons, it may happen that one person only is recognized by the other when the latter is already known, or it may be necessary that the recognition should be on both sides. So it happens in the drama or in the movie that one person recognizes the other. Person A recognizes the person B, but the person B doesn't recognize person A. So the perfect recognition takes place when both the characters recognize each other. Thus, Iphigenia is revealed to Orestes by the sending of the letter, but another act of recognition is required to make Orestes known to Iphigenia. These two characters, Iphigenia and Orestes, are the mythological characters. In Greek mythology, Iphigenia was the daughter of Agamemnon, and she was to be sacrificed. In some stories, she was sacrificed. In some stories, she was rescued at the last moment, and later on, she becomes the priestess. She herself becomes priestess who looks after the human sacrifices. And there comes a point when her own brother Orestes is to be sacrificed, but she doesn't recognize him. But uh, through the medium of a letter, both brother and sister, they recognize each other. Two parts then of the plot, reversal of the situation and recognition, turn upon surprises. So both these elements of the tragedy, peripecia and anagnorisis, they give surprise to the audience. They produce the feeling of surprise. A third part is the scene of suffering. So, in a tragedy, there is the scene of suffering also. The scene of suffering is a destructive or painful action such as death on the stage, bodily agony, wounds, and the like. So, as we have seen in Shakespearean tragedy also, in the last scene, there are a lot of dead bodies on the stage. And as you have read Oedipus Rex also, in the last scene, Jocasta commits suicide, and Oedipus he makes himself blind. So those are the horrible scenes. Those are the scenes of suffering, and they produce the feelings of pity and fear in the hearts of the audience. So these are the marking features of a tragedy: peripecia, anagnorisis, and the scene of suffering. Here comes to an end the 11th chapter. Thank you.